Okay, I am recording.
Okay, perfect. So good morning, everyone, and welcome to our class of joy. Today's class will be a yin yoga class as opposed to a slow flow, which was mentioned in our bulletin and in your email. I had an injury on my forearms, so I just don't want to do a lot of pressure on my arms. So this will be a practice where we are mostly reclined on our back, on our mat, and it is going to be very slow and meditative in nature. So even though we're moving slowly, please be mindful as we hold poses that this is a different type of practice. This is a practice that really focuses on the joints and the ligaments and the tendons to create stability in the body. You may find that the next day or the day after, you're a little bit sore, and it will surprise you because this is not a practice where you're working your muscles as much as you are really focusing on and fine-tuning those tiny little spaces between our bones. So with hands, palms together at heart center, we'll begin our practice this morning with one chant of Om. Inhaling to chant, big breath in, Om. Take a moment here to find some stillness, to reach out with your heart in gratitude. Maybe widen your stance so that you're comfortable standing, shoulders back and down, shoulder blades lifting your heart forward. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, center. Exhale, push out in front of you and round out your back. Reverse your fingers. Inhale, bring your arms high. Exhale, reverse your hands. Bring them down and contract. Inhale, reverse the hands, lifting the arms high. Exhale, reverse and contract. One more. Inhale, reverse and lift. Exhale, round and contract. Coming back to neutral with arms extended in front of you. Inhale, center. Exhale, left arm pulls the right hand over towards the right side of the body, keeping hips square in front. Inhale, center. Exhale, the opposite side of the body. Inhale, center. One more each side. Exhale. Opening up that back. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly, really letting release take place in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, center. Unlock your fingers. Let your hands come down by your sides and wiggle just a little bit. We're going to open up the back just a little bit more. Right arm comes out in front of you. I will turn sideways. 90-degree angle. Left arm comes underneath and up. So your arms may look like this. They may meet in the back, or you can wrap them this way. So arms are at a 90-degree angle, shoulders back and down. Lift the elbows and karate chop forward. We're here for just a few breaths. Belly button is knitted to spine, chin gravitating toward the chest. On your next exhale, release the hands, open up the chest, drop your hands and your arms by your side. Opposite side, left arm comes out in front of you, 90-degree angle. Right arm comes underneath, and maybe you meet at the back. Maybe you look like this, or you wrap your palms together. Shoulders back and down. Lift the elbows, karate chop forward. Apply equal pressure from both arms. Tuck the chin. Knit belly button to spine. Lift to the heart with your ribs. Really feel that opening up in the back. One more nice breath here. Letting everything go. Inhale, center, and exhale. Release the arms slowly. Come forward. Find a nice, comfortable stance, maybe feet hip distance apart, facing forward. If that's not a natural stance, you can find your natural stance. But most people enjoy hips forward, shoulders back and down. Palms come together at heart center. Inhale, open your arms for joy. Exhale, round and contract for love. Inhale, lift your arms high, thanksgiving and praise. Palms come down together, heart center, gratitude. Two more times. Inhale, joy. Exhale, round and contract for love. Inhale, thanksgiving and praise. Palms come down to heart center, gratitude. Let your next one be a graceful dance. Inhale, joy. Exhale, round for love. Inhale, arms high, thanksgiving and praise. Palms come together at heart center. Anjali Mudra. Arms come by your side, palms facing forward. Feel the energy within. Palms come back to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, slowly begin to forward fold as if you're a sheet billowing in the wind, coming down, coming down. Let your belly rest on your thighs. Bring your fingertips to your mat or your palm if you like. A few breaths here. We're going to do ragdoll pose or dangle pose. This is preparing our low back for a stretch. If you don't get that far, you can use blocks to help you to get any level where you need. Your head will be dangling, so that is important. If you need blocks, you stay here for support. Otherwise, grab opposite elbows, bring that belly towards your thighs, and allow yourself just to dangle by shaking your head first. Yes. Really dropping, releasing, and then shaking your head, no. And we're here for just a few more breaths. Really releasing in the low back. So last inhale here. As you exhale, bring your palms down to the mat. Right knee comes down, left knee comes down beside it. If you need a blanket for cushion under your knees, we're in tabletop. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to do a couple rounds of cat-cow. So inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift your head. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Nice, slow, graceful movements. Drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. And 2 more at your own pace in the most graceful movement you possibly can, feeling it on inside and feeling it outside. Coming back to tabletop. Windshield wash your right foot over to the right side and then the left foot over to the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder towards your feet. 2 breaths here, getting a nice side stretch, maybe pushing into your left hand a bit for a deeper stretch. Preparing to come back to center. Head inhale, head center first. And then bring the legs back to center. So other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left foot goes to the left side of the mat. Right foot goes to the right side of the mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder towards your feet. Maybe pushing into your right hand to give you a little bit more of a stretch. Feeling length in the side body. On your next inhale, bring the head back to center. And slowly bring the knees or the legs back to center as well. 2 more rounds of cat-cow here. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, drop the tailbone, lift the belly, drop the head. 1 more. Expand and exhale, contract. Bring your big toes together, and just for a few breaths, we're going into child's pose. For today, our child's poses will be in the reclined position with the exception of this one, unless you choose to go here. So in this moment of stillness, just witness the sensations that are in your body just after this first few minutes of practice. On your next exhale, slowly push your palms into your mat and find your way to reclined position. So for the safest way is to go on one hip and slowly sort of walk yourself down to your side and roll over on your back. So we're going to be here for about 2 minutes, just finding stillness and comfort and sensation. So your legs are stretched out. Your arms can be by your sides or your arms can be overhead, wherever is comfortable for you. So with eyes closed or a soft gaze, maybe you're looking up at the blue sky today. I want you to explore the concept of joy. And I want you to visit as many experiences of joy that you can possibly experience, that you have had in your life. See if you can just, like a little water sprite, touch on all of them. As you're lying here on your mat, sinking, letting your body just slowly sink into the mat and rest. Tap into those moments of joy. Perhaps it was the first time you flew a kite or saw a kite in the sky. Perhaps it was when you first rode your bicycle all by yourself and you felt the wind in your hair and the power of your legs and the balance of the vehicle and your body. Maybe it was the first time you saw a shooting star or took a bite of a fresh strawberry that you just picked out of the field. Maybe it was a puppy dog. Allow yourself to go there in stillness and in silence. And while here, let's just find gratitude for that joy and the beauty of the experience. And as we prepare for our first pose, bend your right knee, bring your foot to the mat, and then your left knee and bring your foot to the mat. Feel that sensation in your low back. Walk your legs out to the sides of your mat, to the edges, and let your knees fall in towards one another. Take a moment here for this sensation. Such small movements create so much in our body. We are just a miracle of joy ourselves. Inhale, center. As you exhale, walk those feet slowly back towards one another till they are about hip distance apart. Bring your right knee into your right chest and the left knee into your chest. Maybe place your palms on your shins, and this is enough of a sensation for you. Maybe you want your palms on your knees, or maybe you want to interlace your fingers and hug your knees close to you. So find the sensation which is the best for you and slowly rock back and forth. Hugging all of the moments of joy in your life. And giving thanks for those moments of joy. And as we go through the practice today, I will speak some affirmations. And when I speak those affirmations, maybe they will recall a visual experience for you. And you can focus on that and recreate those moments, or even in your mind, create new moments of joy. So coming back to center, grounding yourself. Inhale, center, exhale. Bring your right foot to the mat. As you inhale, bring your left ankle over top of your right knee. If this is already a lot of sensation for you, stay here. If you need some modifications, one would be to place a block or a book underneath your head to relieve some of the low back. You can place your left hand over on top of your knee or pushing your knee out to the side if you want more sensation in the side leg. Otherwise, we're going into a figure 4. You can stay on your block if you were using it. So as you inhale, reach both arms up and through, bringing your right leg in towards you. Grasp your thigh, interlace the fingers, and slowly come down both shoulders on the mat. Once you're down on the mat, both shoulders, one shoulder may be up a little bit, that's okay. If your shoulder is up real high and you're straining, then you need a blanket or a block to place underneath your shoulder and or a block under your head. So it would look like this, if you can see me. So we're in this position, breathing in and out through the nose. And I need to time us, so stay here. We're here for 3 minutes. And our affirmation here is, I find a joy in nature. I find joy in nature. So wherever you are in this pose, slowly relax your legs, your feet, your back. Find yourself melting and giving in, surrendering to the pose. If you need more sensation, you can go deeper by placing both hands on top of your shin of your bent right leg and pulling it in towards you. So if you have a lot of flexibility, that might be even a better position for you, but find where you want to be. So with eyes closed, looking inward, I find joy in nature. And remember that your pose may look very different from mine or someone else's. And that's because your body is different than mine and everyone else's. Your body is your gift. And you're here to nurture it and take care of it. By coming to your mat today, you're saying thank you to all that your body does for you. Continue breathing in and out through the nose. Exploring the affirmation, I find joy in nature. Preparing to come out of the pose. Inhale, center, and exhale, allow your right foot to come slowly down to the mat. Cradle your left knee towards your chest and extend that left leg straight out. And then your right leg extended straight out. Reach both arms overhead and find a nice, long, deep stretch, reaching opposite ends. On your next exhale, bring your arms back down to your sides. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. We're going to the other side. Inhale. Right knee comes into chest as you exhale. Inhale, bring your right ankle over top of your left knee. You can stay here if this is enough sensation. If you need a block or a blanket, anywhere to make this pose more comfortable, prepare for that. Moving forward, inhale, reach up and through to grasp your hands and clasp them behind your left thigh and slowly come down to the mat. We have different sensations on opposite sides of our bodies. So if this feels different and you need to make a different adjustment, do so. Once you feel that sensation where there's just enough sensation that you're not in pain, allow yourself to relax. Lower your left leg. Let it drop down as you're holding it. I find joy in nature. So here, just let your mind wander in the forest, maybe in the mountains, maybe on the beach. Maybe moments of solitude in nature, where wonder created so much joy in you that your heart was ready to just explode. With every inhale, breathe more joy into your body. And bring it to every cell of your body so that it begins to vibrate with that wonderful sensation of just a remarkable happiness. Breathing in and out through the nose, releasing all tension. Maybe tension in your jaw or your neck. Creating a soft belly, breathing in and out. Bringing joy to our hip flexors for stability and strength. And preparing to come out of the pose. A nice deep inhale. Exhale. Allow your left leg and left foot to come down on the mat. Inhaling the right knee in toward your chest. Exhaling, extending that right leg all the way out and on the mat. Extend your left leg to join it. Arms reach up overhead. Extending, reaching one way, maybe the opposite side, and then the other way. Finding a deep stretch. Flex your heels and point your toes. Flex your wrist and your heels and point your toes and point your wrists. Release the pose and relax. Bring your arms back down by your side. Bend first your right knee, right foot comes to the mat. Bend your left knee, left foot comes to the mat. Inhale, center. Exhale, bring your hips, slide them a little bit over to the right as we prepare for a twist. This is a simple twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, allow both knees to drop towards the floor or the mat. Very, very slowly, as if you're in slow motion. If anything begins to stick or pinch or hurt, or if your leg that's closest to the floor doesn't make it all the way to the floor, grab a prop and place it under that leg. And then you still will get a very good twist. Arms come out to the sides. If you don't need a prop or a block, allow that knee to come all the way down. Maybe make some adjustments to find a little bit of a sensation, but not discomfort. And we're here for 3 minutes. Exploring the affirmation, I find joy in the little things. I find joy in the little things. What does that mean to you? And as you're here, breathing in and out through the nose, relaxing your shoulders, your neck, allowing tension to release at the hip, the knee, the ankle. Finding sensation as you remember the joy in the little things. They can be gestures. They can be moments spent with a loved one. They can be raindrops or caterpillars. Releasing any tension you feel on every exhale. Remembering to focus on the affirmation, I find joy in the little things. Preparing to come out of the pose. Inhale, center, and flex your left foot. As you exhale, push into your left foot with your left thigh engaged and roll your whole apparatus up to center. Inhale, center, exhale. Slowly work your hips over towards the other side of your mat. And maybe your shoulders if you need to move them. Feet are still hip distance apart. Inhale, center. Exhale, slowly allow your legs to drop to the right side of the mat as if you're moving through molasses. Just take your time. Feel the sensations and feel what happens to the rest of your body as your knees fall over. Make any adjustments here that you need to before we begin our 3 minutes. Remembering our affirmation, I find joy in the little things. I find joy in the small things. Finding joy in the little things. Maybe playing laser tag with a cat. Maybe taking your dog for a walk. Maybe remembering baby breath. Remembering joy in the small things, the little things of life, the day-to-day. Bring those memories of joy back to every cell in your body and embrace those sensations of joy, those recollection of moments spent alone or with others. Embrace them and hold them dear and near as you relax into the pose, letting everything go. I find joy in the little things. Preparing to come out of the pose, flex your left foot. It's strong and activate that left thigh and push into your left foot as you exhale, bringing both legs back to center. Arms come down by your sides. Slowly bring your hips back to the center of the mat, maybe your shoulders if you made some adjustment. Inhale, center, exhale, bring your right knee into the chest and your left knee into your chest, maybe holding on your shins or on your knees. And gently rock those memories and moments of joy back and forth, embracing them deeply and loving them deeply. And coming back to center, interlace your hands and bring those knees a little closer to your chest, bringing both shoulders down on the mat, releasing any tension in the lower body. Preparing for reclined pigeon pose. Inhale, center. Exhale, release your hands and bring your right foot down to the mat. Extend your left leg out completely, really giving it a good stretch. Inhale, center. Bring your right knee in towards your chest one more time, and we'll be here for 3 minutes. If you would like a deeper stretch for the quads, you would place a block underneath your hips on your sacrum. Extend that left leg and bring that right leg in towards you. This will give you a very deep hip flexor stretch and quad stretch for some people, and bring this right knee in towards the body. This can sometimes cause a little bit of an issue for sciatica and if you have low back pain. So if that's the case, and I'm a bit sensitive today, so I won't be using a block, but the sensation is very deep if you are on a block. So be mindful that it is a deep, low back bend if you use a block. So we're here for 3 minutes. And our affirmation here is, I find joy in sharing and giving. I find joy in sharing and giving. If there's any tension in your left leg, your outstretched leg, release it. Release the ankle, release the knee, release the hip, let it fall open. There's a little bit of action in your shoulders and in your arms as you hold your right knee towards your chest, but the rest of the body should be relaxed. Relaxing the jaw, the belly. I find joy in sharing and in giving. If at any point you feel tingling or pinching or burning, back off of the pose. In Yin Yoga, we say, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And that's in the context of finding your edge, which is usually around a 4 or a 5. So even though you may be able to extend or contract to a much farther place or deeper place, when we're in yin, that's not necessarily true because we're holding our poses for longer periods of time to really get into and to give health to our joints and to strengthen and find stability there. Preparing to come out of this pose. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the right leg and stretch the right leg out all the way to the end of the mat. Both arms come up overhead for a nice full stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, arms come down by your side. Bend that left knee in toward your chest and wrap your arms around your shin. Find your edge. So the edge is just enough sensation that it's not painful, but you are aware that there's the slightest bit of tension there. And sometimes in yin, we use the word stress as opposed to tension or stretch. So I find joy in sharing and in giving. Breathing in and out through your nose, releasing all tension in your ankle, your knees, your hips, the low back, the mid back, the upper back, your shoulders, your neck, your arms. I find joy in sharing and in giving. I find joy in sharing and in giving. Preparing to come out of the pose. Inhale, center. Exhale, left foot comes down to the mat. Stretch it all the way down. That left leg stretching to meet the right. Arms come up overhead, stretching opposite sides. Nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, arms come down by your sides. Bend your right knee, bringing the right foot to the mat. Bring your left foot to the mat. Right knee into the chest, left knee into the chest. Intertwine your fingers and gently rock back and forth. In reclined child's pose, Balasana. I find joy in nature. I find joy in the small things. I find joy in giving and sharing. I find joy in my own body. Coming back to center. Inhale and exhale. Bring your right foot down to the mat, your left foot down to the mat. Extend both legs out behind you and arms above you. On a nice final stretch before Shavasana. Bring your arms by your sides. Legs are outstretched, palms facing forward. Inhaling in and out through the nose. You'll be in Shavasana for 3 full minutes. Eyes closed or gaze gently. As we consider our affirmations for today, I find joy in every moment. I bring joy to the people around me. I begin and end each day with gratitude and joy. I will give one chant of Om to begin your Shavasana, and we will end Shavasana with my chant of Om. Big breath in. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make small circles with your wrists and your ankles, first one way and then the other way. Remembering today to leave whatever you don't need on the mat behind you. And take this time for yourself. If you want to remain in Shavasana, stay there. But if you're ready, roll over to one side or the other. And take a few breaths there, feeling the sensations in the body and remembering joy, the joy of abundance, the joy of life, the joy of breath, Pranayama. And find your way up to a seated position, anyone that you would like. And bringing palms to heart center. I wish you joy throughout the day. Let us all be mindful that we can share and give our joy to others at all times. May you spread joy today wherever you go. Namaste.